Assalamu alaikum and welcome to Tutorial Tuber channel. Don't forget to like and subscribe and press on bell icon for our latest and interesting videos. Assalamu alaikum. Today we are going to make a 3D model of a gaming chair. First of all, we will select a front plane. We have taken in view this chair. We have to make this, and after that we are going to start. You have to select this line tool and start from here. When you will go back to this point, as you can see, this line has been changed to a curve. You will move this curve a little bit down, and after that click here and click up to the center point. As you can see, a dotted line is showing. Click OK and press escape. If you want to increase the height of the chair, you can also increase it by simply stretching it, and I think that's enough. After that, we are going to make the upper part of the back seat of the chair. To do this, I am going to raise this, and after that this, and that's it. After that, we simply have to extrude it. Features, extruded boss base. You can take this in mid plane, or you can also choose blind and do whatever you want. On another side, increase its width of the chair a little bit more, and that's enough. Click OK. After that, we are going to make these corners rounded. For this purpose, we will select the fillet tool and we will select this side. As you can see, this side is selected and shown as the lines. You have to make sure that this full preview option is checked, so that you can see how much fillet is going to be used. You simply have to click on one. If that don't work, you click again, or take fillet, click here, full preview, and you can see full preview. You can raise it a little bit more. So we will apply and check. Apply. As you can see, this surface has become so rounded and looking pretty much beautiful. We will select the second side and same apply and click OK. After that, you are seeing that this has become rounded. Now you have to make it hollow. For this purpose, we will use the tool of shell. You will select the parts you want to make a hollow cavity between it, and you have to uncheck it and check this show preview, so that you can see what is going to be done, and you have to minimize it. As you can see, the width of the shell or the cutting is very wide. You can decrease it by simply typing 2 and click OK. As you can see, this has been shelled from the inside. After that, you have to make these corner sided a little bit round. For this we will again choose that tool, fillet tool, for the rounded edges, and we will click on one side, clear selection, and as you can see, this is not giving us automatic option. We will check this selection toolbar, show selection. As you can see, this is automatically asking us whether we want which part we want to fillet. Now you can see these all are blue. Blue means you can't fillet it, so you have to decrease this. I will do 1 mm. As you can see, this has become yellow, means you can fillet it. Now you will apply and click OK. Now you can see the sides has become rounded. After that we have to make the bottom of the chair and this cut portion also. First of all, we will make the cut portion. Control 8 to come to the normal, and after that we are going to make a cut portion here. For this you will simply click here, click here, and go back to this to make a curve, and come to here and go here. After that join it, click OK, features. Now you have to cut this portion, so you have to select extruded cut. As you can see, it will cut through all the chair. You will click OK, and that's it. Now you can see it has made this geometry. This is looking pretty much good. After that we are going to make the bottom portion or make the base. We will click Control 8. It is the upper portion, Control 8, so this is the downward portion. After that we will simply make a circle. You can assign it any diameter by clicking right click and moving up dimension tool and giving it any dimension, means for example 5. Click OK, click features. As you can see, this is a little bit up. We can solve it. First of all, downward position, then you have to select on this offset, then check this another position. As you can see, now this is moving towards down. We have to make it a little down more. You have to check it from the top that this do not destroy your chair's base. Now you have to set the length of the base. Let us set its base to be 30 mm and click OK. You have to see from top, so nothing happened and it's alright. After that we have to draw the round bigger base. Click on this, click on Control 8 to let come this to the normal, and click on the sketch tool. After that we will click on the circle. You have to bring this mouse near to the corner of the circle, so you can see a plus sign which is showing that it is the center of the circle. Now you have to click here and drag a little bit. You don't have to hold the button of the right click of the mouse. You only have to click once and drag, and after that we want this and click OK. After that we are going to give it a little bit width. Now let's say we will give it 2 mm width and or 1 mm. After that you will click OK. Now we are going to use the fillet tool to make round edge at this point. As you can see, this has selected it. Now we are going to increase, and that's it. You can click 5 or you can choose 10 mm and click apply. After that you have to round these edges as well. Click on this, increase it 20. When the yellow lines disappear, it means you can't fillet it, so you have to decrease the length. For example 22, apply it. So now that's our model ready. We can also fillet it a little bit, fillet this point, and you have to decrease it because it may look ugly. 5 mm, apply OK. So that's it. After that we will assign the appearance or the color or the texture. First of all, we will go to the rubber portion and select matte or texture, or simply click on the rubber portion. You can choose this from the right menu in which appearance, scene and decals are present, and from here you have to find rubber and click on the rubber. As you can see, there are many types of rubbers, so I will simply choose matte rubber or texture rubber. I will choose matte rubber and I will apply this matte rubber onto the inside and click OK. After that I also have to apply rubber on the sides. You have to zoom it by simply turning around your mouse wheel, and you have to click and drag the mouse button, left click, and you have to select this and click on this fillet option. Now you can see the whole sides of the chair has been made of rubber. Now you have to make the back and the rest of the portion of aluminium. You can simply go to the metals, click on the aluminium and choose any aluminium you want. If you want aluminium threaded, sandblast, burnished, satin finish, polished aluminium or brushed aluminium. I will choose brushed aluminium and click here and click on the body. Now you can see the whole back body has been made up of aluminium, and same this part. Now it is ready. Now it's time to render it. We use another software which is known as KeyShot for the rendering of these 3D models. You simply have to save it, Ctrl S, save it and give it a name 3D model chair or 3D gaming chair, and you will save it. After that you will close the SolidWorks, close this, and you will go to the KeyShot. Stop this. As you can see, I have been working on this chair before, so we will again do this. We will click on the import button, file, import. First of all, we will select a new. We will save this, save package, chair, save. Now we will start working on our new chair which we have made now. Its name was 3D gamer chair, and this is 3D gamer chair. you simply have to import it. This is KeyShot, which is a very good and very advanced 3D software. Now as you can see, there are written mate means material. You can select any material. First of all, we will apply rubber material on the inside. So for this purpose, I will go to the material and find cloth and weather. As you can see, there are many leathers and clothes. You can select any one of these. First of all, let's check this, and it's looking really amazing. Now you have to apply aluminium on the back and the lower portion. You simply go to the materials and check for metals, and this is, you will click on the aluminium, and you can see these all are the aluminium. This is the shiny aluminium. You can also check it. When you will click this, you can see this is looking pretty cool, because this software is very heavy and for 3D rendering, so this may be a little bit slow, but once you have made a 3D model and rendered it, it will look so much cool. You can check another cloth or leather. Let's check this brown leather. It's looking a little bit dull. We can select also this. I think the red one is the best for it. After that, we will go to the environment. You can check any environment. Means if you want a little lights, then you can click here. As you can see, the background lights has been changed. If you want this, yeah, then you can click and drag the mouse button and click on this. Now you can see this has become very lighted. After that, we are going to apply some texture on it. These are the textures. If you want this texture, you can simply click and drag it and go to the 3D model where you want to apply texture. It will give you many options. You want to diffuse it, you want to sheen it, you want to bump these on your 3D model, or you want opacity. These are all the options. You can select another one. For example, this diffuse, sheen, bump. As you can see, these textures are like bumps on the so let's we select bump. As you can see, this has become a textured leather or a textured cloth. After that, you simply have to, if you want to take a picture of this, then you can take screenshot. And after that screenshot will be saved. We will go to the directory to check. It will come in documents folder of KeyShot renderings and these. As you can see, this looks pretty much cool. Now it's done. If you want to render it and save it so that you can upload it on any website at which you want to sell your 3D models, then you can simply render it, and these are the qualities. You can change its quality from here: 1078 pixel, 1437 pixels, 2K, 4K and 8K. You can also change the format. If you want PNG format, JPEG, PST, you can choose whatever you want. If you want JPEG, click on the JPEG. There are also options. Make sure you have chosen the default option. After that, you will click on the render, and it will take some time, from 5 to 10 minutes or 15 minutes, because it will render it very highly. So as you can see, this is the time taken process. It will take 10 to 15 minutes, and after that your model will be ready, and you can upload it on any website as your work. I hope you like this video. Thanks for watching this video, and don't forget to like and subscribe our channel, Tutorial Tuber.